Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Caller, and today we have a very special video. I mean, this is crazy. I'm sure you guys already heard the news, but if you haven't already, King's ISO, obviously the creators of Wizard101 and Pirate101, they've been acquired by this other company, Gamingo and like MGI, basically, for a lot of money, basically. So a lot of people have heard the news, or a lot of people are excited to see what happens next. A lot of people are theorizing that the game will become completely free to play, membership might be gone, or anything could happen really, or Pirate101 could potentially get an update. You know, it's been a while since Pirate101's actually gotten an update, but without further ado, let's just get on to the good stuff. Now, the press conference, or, you know, the little meeting for this acquisition just started, and we got some juicy new details, or just some, you know, probabilities and potential chances that this game could potentially go to the consoles. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So this person, Atmoplex, he's on Twitter, he does all the leaks, and so he provides all the information right here. So make sure you guys are following them, and just going on Twitter overall. There's a lot of information on Twitter and all that stuff. But I wanted to list some of the key facts here. 2 MMORPGs with strong IPs and a lifetime revenues. USD is $400 million. 5 years of player lifetimes bring high stickiness and stable cash flows. Now, the game's offering a choice of either a subscription or a free-to-play option with microtransactions. No, now this is the best. This made me chuckle. It said loss-making mobile activities are excluded, while the mobile IP rights of the games are included. So they mentioned this a while ago, that they don't really care about the whole mobile games. If you guys don't know, King's Isle had this kind of like, they had this type of phase where they would focus on like all these mobile games, or they just kept pumping out all the mobile games. I don't know why. It was a weird business move, but apparently that doesn't really go with the deals. That mobile games like Grub Guardian and stuff like that, that will still belong to King's Isle, I'm assuming. But, you know, the main part of this deal is basically focusing on Wizard101 and Pirate101. And wait until you guys see the numbers. The numbers we're about to see are insane. So the revenue share for Wizard101 is 93%, you know, subscription and in-game items. And then for Pirate101, the revenue share is only 7%. And when I first saw that, I was like, I wasn't surprised at first. I knew it was going to be lower than Wizard101, but 7%? Oh my gosh. Like, that was insane to me when I first saw that. Alright, anyway, moving on. A colorful MMORPG first launched 2008, yada yada yada. This is the interesting part about the recurring revenues. Over 50% of the revenues from players who are playing are over 5 years, suggesting high stickiness. So that means the fans, like, I guess me, I've been playing the game since like 2009. I've been feeding them money left and right. So, you know, it's talking about long-term players and basically how sticked they are to the video game. Free-to-play MMO, around 15% of new players are converted to paying users. You know, pretty smallish percent. I'm actually not sure, but it is an interesting percent to see. And then it said multiple diverse points of sale, subscription, and in-game transactions and retail packages. Now this is the substantial revenues. USD is 375 million revenues, while there's been 50 plus million gamers. So Wizard101 has generated more than 375 million USD dollars in revenues since the release 13 years ago. 50 plus million user accounts have been created since the launch, and the target group is 20 to 35 year olds, male and female audience. Like, when I first saw that, I was like, wait, the target group is 20 to 35 year olds? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's a little true. I'm 21. Like I said, this is kind of like my childhood game. You know, when I was a child, you know, all my friends in school were playing it, but like, now people outgrow kind of Wiz, you know? I don't really see, the most I've seen is like teenagers, right? I'll see it's teenagers, plenty of teenagers, but like, never have I ever seen like an actual child like play this. Like, a 10-year-old. Like, I would never expect to see a 10-year-old playing Wizard, just because, like I said, you know, a lot of people just grew up with Wiz, you know? This game came out since, like, 2008. Right? It is a very old game for an MMO, and it's still standing, which is still surprising to me. Now, this is the last slide. This slide actually introduces us to all of the juicy details. Now, as I said, potentially, I don't want to say anything's confirmed. This is just what we saw in the press conference or anything. You know, they mentioned potentially and stuff like that. You know, I just want to wait and see what happens yet. I would love to get gassed up, but I'm just kind of being on the safe side. But this is the expansion through internalization. It said expanding the game in new territories by self-publishing and with third-party publishers, leveraging Gamingos, which is the game that has in-house publishing competence to improve localization and international customer satisfaction, aggressively increase geographic penetration beyond just the US, the game's current dominant key market. Yeah, exactly. You know, I've had this, and I've said this a couple times in my videos, but hey, Jackson, you scared me. Jackson scared me. But I mentioned this a couple times in my videos about, you know, the Europe side of Wizard101. You know, believe it or not, Wizard101 has a server, you know, in Europe. However, they don't really get the same amount of updates as we do in the US. So, for example, I don't even think they have Caramel yet. They just got the Wizard City Underground. I think they only have like 4 realms open and stuff like that. You know, it's really sad to see that, but, you know, it seems like what they're doing this is they're expanding outside of just the North American market, right? Which is really good. I really hope they keep expanding Wizard101. You know, I have a lot of European viewers that don't get the same opportunities as the US side of Wizard101, so I really am happy that they're just expanding that and just letting everybody play. I really like that. Now, this one is launch across new channels and platforms. Now, this is the juicy parts, and like I said, we don't know if this is like confirmed yet. These are just like potential stuff, right? I would love for this to happen, but however, I'm playing it on the safe side. But if you're excited, let me know. Now, it says expand the IP to mobile and introduce a version to console gamers to maximize reach and cross-platform playability. That's the #1 thing, you know. I gotta make a console video about this, but, you know, porting stuff to console is very difficult, right? It is a very difficult. You gotta think about cross-progression, cross-save, and cross-platform playability, because, you know, this game has been on PC for years, so you also have to understand that cross-playability, you know. Double down on the mobile to provide more convenient and immediate access to Wizard101 community members, and port to consoles to build on top of massive popularity against young audience. Okay, that's the part where I'm a little sketched about, right? That's the part I'm a little sketched about, right? When I think about the young audience, they said that in the other slide that the target audience was like 20 to 35 year olds. So, I don't know, I'm a little iffy about that. I'm not even sure if kids are interested in Wizard101. They might get it from their older siblings, maybe. But the second they even hit a paywall is the second that I think most of them would probably just honestly go back to Fortnite, if I'm being just blunt. So let's keep going. Organic revenue growth through active user management. Leverage MGI's strong media expertise, both intentionally in the game as well in the media segment. Focus on regular content updates to continue to drive engagement and monetization performance. Expand local US management capacity. Further synergies for Gamingo's existing game catalog. I like that. You know, just, I guess, continuing the support. I don't know what that part means. Integrate into Gamingo organization and create synergies while maintaining a strong independence and self-reliance. Continue focus on sustainable revenue generation and benefit from untapped growth opportunities. Apply sound cost management with eye on continued EBITDA contributions to overall organization. Expand upon a winning formula to continue to grow the player base revenue EBITDA. And that is pretty much it for everything that they said. So, pretty cool stuff, if you do say so myself. I mean, personally, I'm excited. I'm just really happy about everything. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Wiz is gonna be free to play? Just let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.